I'm originally from Montreal, Canada, and today I'm going to share the most terrifying experience of my life. This happened about 17 years ago when I got admission into a college in Montreal for my first year. I needed a hostel room to stay. The university hostel was very expensive, and there were no rooms available because of the large number of students. Through the efforts of my elder brother's friend, I got a room in a private boys' hostel. The hostel was located behind a bus station. It was a large old building. Some people said it had always been a hostel, while others claimed it used to be a private hospital. My room was number 6. There were 15 rooms downstairs and 15 upstairs. At that time, my room was empty, so I was living alone. It was winter and the cold was intense, with heavy fog everywhere. Initially, I struggled to sleep in the new place, but after a few days I started adjusting. There were 2 watchmen, one for daytime and one for night duty. The day watchman would leave at 8 p.m. and the night watchman would take over. One day, the night watchman told me, "I've seen you outside at night a couple of times. What do you do out there?" I told him I sometimes get bored and step outside for fresh air. He warned me not to roam around at night. When I asked why, he said, "There are strange presences here. I often see ghosts in the ground area in front of the hostel." I thought he was just trying to scare me, so I didn't take him seriously. A few days later, around 1:30 a.m., I woke up and couldn't sleep. I decided to go to the washroom. The hostel was completely silent. As I was leaving the washroom, the lights suddenly went out. In the darkness, I noticed someone washing their hands at the basin. Then the lights came back on. It was George, the day security guard. I was shocked because he usually left at 8 p.m. I called out to him, but he didn't respond and walked toward the trees in the ground area. I followed him and heard him murmuring something in a heavy voice. When I placed my hand on his shoulder and he turned around, it wasn't George. It was a terrifying figure with a dark face and glowing eyes, wearing the same clothes as the day security guard. I screamed and fainted. When I regained consciousness, the night watchman, some boys, and the warden were around me. They said they had warned me not to go outside at night. I told them everything. The day security guard later admitted he had also seen a strange man and even a little girl in black clothes near the trees. And he said he had left night duty because he fell ill after those encounters. After that night, I couldn't sleep. Whenever I tried to sleep, it felt like someone placed a hand on my head or stood near my bed. I heard knocks on my door, footsteps, and sometimes even someone calling out in my own voice. One night around 11:30 p.m., I fell into a deep sleep due to exhaustion. And suddenly, I felt someone grabbing my arm tightly. I opened my eyes. The same terrifying figure was sitting on my bed, gripping my arm with an iron-like, strong hand. I couldn't even scream. I fainted again. The next morning, the door was broken open because I wasn't responding. My family was called, and they took me back to the village. Even there, the same entity would appear whenever I slept and grab my arm. My family took me to a spiritual elder. He said a powerful and stubborn ghost had attached itself to me. During the spiritual recitation, I felt unbearable noise in my ears, as if my eardrums would burst. I screamed and begged him to stop, but he continued. After the 7th recitation, the noise slowly faded. I was given an amulet to wear. I slept peacefully for the first time. For 7 days, the spiritual treatment continued. Gradually, the presence disappeared. The elder strictly warned me never to return to that hostel. My belongings were collected by others, and I shifted to another hostel where I completed my studies. After that, nothing unusual ever happened again, but I can never forget what happened to me.